Welcome back to the Gentleman Ultras YouTube channel. I'm Richard Hall as always, and to be honest, it's a slow news day. Oh no, it's not. Super League, Super No. That's Gazzetta dello Sport. Corriere dello Sport, sorry. Super League, UEFA Wage War. Tutto Sports. And we go with, are you crazy? Nobody seems to want this. It's causing controversy. Everybody's talking about it. It's obviously going to be in the Italian papers. Gazzetta dello Sport. Everyone is against a project of the 12 European clubs, among them Juve, Inter and Milan. It's a storm. The UEFA federations of FIFA, anyone who participates is out of everything, and there's a lawsuit worth 60 billion. Even Macron and Boris Johnson are against the plan, and Yelly twists and turns. It's really going to be monumental, this. I mean, Corriere dello Sport, UEFA wage wars, we mentioned before, legal battle ready to the clubs who want to break away, strong repercussions planned, the zone irritated, we've got nothing to do with it. It's that's all the TV rights, of course, have just been settled in Italy. What does this mean? It just says here, it's quite incredible. I think not just in Italy, I think the whole of Europe is pretty astounded by this news that obviously these clubs want to break away and form this league. It's really something that's going to go on and on and on. Yeah, it's how do you even begin to start this? I mean, there are other topics in the headlines, of course. Milan did well yesterday against Genoa. San Siro to be broken, it says, with Rebic. It's Champions League tempo, it says, but they've still not giving up on the title. Obviously, Atalanta are victorious over Juventus. It says Pirlo's now at 4th place at risk. Allegri possibly on the cards to return. Malinowski decides it late on in Bergamo. And of course Inter as well, came back thanks to Eriksen. It says Eric yes, after Handanovic, bizarre own goal, meant that 1-1, it's a step closer. It's not quite there, but it's a step closer for Inter. It seems really strange to talk about all this, though. I mean, obviously, the situation in Serie A, it looks like Inter are going to win the league. Milan closing in a second. Juventus, as we said before, in that sort of transitional period. But this UEFA Super League, not UEFA Super League, I tell a complete lie, the Super League, and UEFA's waging war on it, will dominate the headlines. It's quite phenomenal to think, of what the fallout of this could be. Despite what your views on it, whether it's you're for it or whether you're against it, it's going to have some very, I think, passionate arguments along the lines with it. I mean, if you think about this, is it going to be something that ends up being in place, being just part of our lives that we end up accepting? I mean, are people really going to stop reporting on it and stop writing about it if it happens? I don't think so. Will it even go through? Who knows? It's monumental in football. It's probably one of the most monumental things I can remember here, because just what the fallout of it could be, we don't know. For it to happen in a pandemic is also quite baffling that this has come out. And for the likes of Inter, for Milan, and for Juventus to do this it is shocking. It is shocking, and it's for all the clubs involved in it. It could change the face of football monumentally. It is technically still business, and clubs are going to get richer through this hugely. By 3.5 billion, it says here, per club. That's astronomical. Changing the face of world football in a drop of a hat in the middle of a pandemic, it's mind-boggling. It's absolutely mind-boggling. It seems absolutely pointless reporting about the facts of, Milan or Inter drawing or Milan winning or Juve losing. It's almost overshadowed everything completely, because, for a £60 billion lawsuit to be faced with this, it's just, who knows how it's going to roll out. I think this is the tip of a very, very big iceberg. And as I said, it's irrelevant if you agree. Well, it's not relevant, but whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, this is seismic. And I think that the seismic change in football, it's not really a surprise it could be challenged, because you can obviously understand the leagues, every single league who've got clubs that maybe, if UEFA are saying here that they're going to take a stand and say you're going to get kicked out, can you even imagine that the Serie A without Inter, Milan, or Juve? It's baffling. It's just baffling. So yeah, it's there's a lot to discuss here, a lot to think about, and I think that the Super League, Super No, I think that Gazzetta have made themselves clear, as have all the papers really, and Tito Sport just going, "Are you crazy?" It's something that's is it the death of football? And as we know it, is it just exactly what is it now? So there's going to be many people talk about this, because I just don't see this being. It's certainly not going to just be accepted and rolled out. This is something that's just bizarre. So yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can say apart from just let you know the headlines here. I think even like a 3-hour podcast would probably not even cover it in the start of this. So, ciao for now.